Hang on. Someone will probably see me take that. It's fine. Model spaceship? Not high enough value to bother annoying everyone in town.
Will someone help me? My boy's in trouble.
Chop!
Oh, thank you for stopping. Everyone acts like nothing's wrong. Like my little boy isn't at risk of being eaten by some vile creature. Please, you have to help me get my little Tucker back. He ran away and is going to get himself killed. Oh, I just know a Raptidon is melting him with acid as we speak.
Calm down, calm down. Take a deep breath. Tell me what happened.
Don't you tell me to calm down. I promised my boy I'd protect him for always. But how can I keep him safe if he's run away?
He'd be safer if you calmed down and told me what's up.
A few days ago, I warned him about the Raptidons, Mantisaurs, and Marauders, the toxic sulfur pools and poisonous plants, but he didn't listen. Please, won't you go and find my boy?
Okay, okay. I'll tell you what's gonna happen in this mission, because I'm guessing it from the outset here. He just left. He, like, moved out, effectively. He was just like, I'm gonna go make a life for myself elsewhere, and she's got an empty nest, and she's overbearing. That's what I'm gonna guess, is the joke behind this. We get there, we find Tucker, and Tucker is actually quite old. Did you say there was a reward remote with this request? Why would Tucker run away?
He's been pining for an adventure. Says he's tired of living cooped up behind the walls. But he doesn't understand how dangerous it is out there. I warned him. A Raptidon would snap him up first chance it got. I just know one's ripped his arm off and is gnawing on his sweet little fingers. He should have listened to his mama. I promised I'd keep him safe here with me.
Perhaps have you seen Jessica Jones? I have seen all of the seasons of Jessica Jones, as well as The Defenders. So I think I've seen everything Jessica Jones has been in. I actually watched all of the Netflix Marvel series, I believe. Silly, thank you very much for gifting a tier 1 sub to Ken06SM. Much appreciated, Ken. Welcome to the Republic. Enjoy your emote in chat. Emotes, singular. Sorry, emote, not emotes. Sorry, the other way around. Emotes, not emote, rather. Where would you have gone?
He's been listening to those awful broadcasts that the iconoclasts put out. I begged Sanjar to put a stop to them, but did he? No! And now I just know my boy's run off to Amber Heights. That is, if a Manta Queen hasn't spooled out and eaten his entrails for breakfast already.
Yeah, they don't show scaredness particularly well in the facial animations. Yeah, what were you saying about the iconoclasts? I actually want to hear about that.
Those low-life degenerates, leading innocent boys into a life of danger. Oh, they make it sound so exciting. Like it's noble to risk it all out there, fighting for the greater good.
Not sure I'm seeing the problem here.
Exactly, Felix.
You're one of them, aren't you? You should be ashamed of yourself, young man. Just as your mama would be. How noble is it to worry your loved ones? Not at all, I say. But still they preach their sermons of anarchy and rebellion to anyone who listened. If they weren't holed up in Amber Heights, I'd knock them all upside the head.
I think I may have just found what's probably going to be my favorite faction in this game. These are the anarchists, right? I suspect I'm going to do, like, all of the missions for them as far as I possibly can. Not steal at all. Where's Amber Heights? Tell me, just so I can go there.
Southwest of Stellar Bay. I don't know which is worse. The thought of my son shacking up with the nutty iconoclasts. Or that he never made it. Sprats could be nesting in his rotting body alongside the road as we speak.
You don't actually care about your son. You care about your vision of your son.
Pulled all his teeth out, crushed him into their drugs, and made him snort them. Oh, the things that could happen to my sweet baby.
Look at this performative terror. Did you say there was a reward? You know what? I don't like you. Did you say there was a reward?
Well, I guess I can't ask you to leave the town walls for free. It is deathly dangerous out there. I've got some bits saved up for a rainy day. I'll give you every last one if you just bring my Tucker back to me. I won't even be mad at him running off. You tell him I won't be mad.
The fact that that's something that he would immediately expect tells me that I'm probably just not gonna bring him home at all. I'll help you find your son.
Thank you. Oh, I know.
I'm just gonna accept the
now
quest.
that someone's able to fetch him home. You look for him in Amber Heights, you hear? It's down the road southwest of town. I'm sure he made it that far. I just know it. And if you find any of them iconoclasts indoctrinating my boy, you punch them in the mouths. Tell them what I think of them luring little boys away from their mamas. It's immoral.
Uh-huh, Agnes. You're lucky you don't have a home that you're inside, because I've got an itchy trigger finger going on. You're not evil, you're just overbearing, though, so you can live for the moment. I'm almost tempted to bring poverty down to the planet and introduce them. Whoop, hang on, someone's being killed? Where?
I think I'm gonna be sick.
Are you alright? Pull yourself together and tell me what happened.
I clean the apartments while everyone's at work. I've seen all sorts of messes, but this... If you're going into the apartments, do not go into the lower one on the right.
The right.
That's where the body is. Now, if you'll excuse me, I need to go contemplate a hot shower.
She is so full on a constant. A constant 11. Alright, so it was on the right. This one.
A murder? Hey, is this the part where we go hunting for clues?
Hell yes, it is. Okay. Victim is as bald as the day where they were born. Actually, no. Babies are born with a little bit of hair, aren't they? Retract that. There's Magnum here. I mean, yeah, sure, I'll do it. I don't want to steal too much from this crime scene. I'll only steal most of it. I'll settle for most. All right, there's the examination pad, the clues that we're almost certainly going to need. We'll come back to that in just a moment. Another thing to examine. Bit cartridge though. Nothing behind any of these. Alright, fine. We'll go out for the clues now. Several ragged outfits, all of the same cut and color, were stuffed into the suitcase. It's hastily packed. So this person was trying to escape someone that they knew was coming for them. Tossball betting slip. The betting slip contains some increasingly bold wagers made for a team called Mostly Colonists. It's from Left Field Tossball Betting. I imagine there's not going to be another clue in here. Just because there's no optional pop-up, but also because we've been fairly thorough. That's some real strawberry jam right there. Yeah, it doesn't actually look blood-y at all. It does look like tomato sauce. He's probably just sleeping. Yeah. I mean, this kind of reminds me of the scene in Saw 1, right? Even kind of looks like Jigsaw. That's a spoiler for an incredibly old film, so I don't feel bad about that one. Maybe he's not dead. Exactly. Try shooting him? You know what? Yeah. All right, he's dead. If he wasn't dead before, he is now. So now we can solve this murder. Have to go now. Have a good one. Bye, Raps. Catch you around, Barrowan. Much appreciated for tuning into the stream. Enjoy your night. There are a lot of mods in this town, I'll say that much. Hell of a lot. Alright, terminal. 2S Nandi. Mr. Nandi. Okay. Is it maybe because of the colorblind friendly palette? Oh, that is actually a good point. That's possibly why the blood isn't as red. Well said, well said. Mr. Nandi, sorry to bother you about this, but something foul is leaking from the apartment upstairs. I don't know what Celia is keeping up there, but she works for you, right? Don't you think you could talk to her about it? Isaac, can you please try to keep your windows shut? As I've tried to explain, leaving them open, especially when you've got food out, invites manta swarms. A manta swarm infestation is everyone's problem. Braxton, I know you keep odd hours. I know because I've heard you coming and going at all times of the night and day. But maybe you could try to close your door a little more quietly? I have rather sensitive nerves, and every time I hear your door, I think we're in the middle of another Amber Heights. Alright, so Amber Heights seems to have also possibly been a military event. I imagine in trying to liberate that town. Although, you know, perspective as to liberate or quote-unquote liberate. Except it's the first one.
Whatever you do, you'll never hear the end of it.
You know, I haven't seen him in a while.
If you'd gotten stuck in an hour-long rant about mostly colonists, you'd be thankful.
I think Isaac's probably the one dead downstairs then. Was making bets on mostly colonists, talks about Tossball. Haven't seen in a while. Only the body was just discovered. Seems to fit. You all come in here. Inferno Scythe, I'll take that. Listening to you is one thing, but actually seeing the performance is a whole nother level. Might fall in platonic love, mister. Yeah, it's very kind of you to say. I'm very flattered. I don't know how to respond. It's another Deadeye assault rifle. Focus soul and just take all this. Bounce. How's our equipment doing? We're just under at the moment. This has come with an exacticide on it as well. It's not pristine like the other one though. Oh my god, we actually don't have our better one equipped. What have we been doing this whole time? Crash those. I mean... no, it's probably easier to swap weapon mods than it is to keep swapping back and forth between two different weapons that need to be tinkered. Does pristine add stats or anything to combat value, outside of combat value to the weapon? Or anything of combat value to the weapon, sorry. Yeah, of combat value to the weapon is durability. Its durability goes down lower, or its condition goes down lower. You can see in the bottom right there, condition has the pristine symbol next to it, and then 100%. Other than that, it does increase the sell value of the weapon, but yeah, that's specifically not what you asked about, so. All right, plasma carbine makes no sense to have equipped at this point. Although handguns, that makes no sense for me to equip either. You know what? Let's have two different sniper rifles, right? One for shock, one for plasma, and then we'll get one for N-ray, and we'll just constantly swap between them based on the enemy we're fighting. I actually kind of think that might be strats. I thought it was a little dumb there for a moment as I was proposing it, but now I'm on board. Hey, Laura.
You startled me. Don't sneak up on a person like that, huh?
Didn't mean to scare you. Go, just leave conversation. Perfect. If I never have another chance to speak to her, like there's no dialogue, no quest line, nothing like that, that is going to be really, really fun. Gee, Ryan, how come your mom lets you have two snipers? Take that. Ooh. I haven't even started doing this. And I don't get detected. Okay, neat. I think it's time for us to start pickpocketing everyone in this game as well. Silly just gifted a tier 1 sub to Wookapon. Thank you very much, Silly, for having gifted a tier sub to Wookapon. And Wookapon, welcome to the Republic. Enjoy your emotes in chat. Okay, can't pickpocket from either of those. I should be able to pickpocket from you in here as well. Although you don't actually have a name, so I suspect that's probably not gonna... Yeah, probably not going to be impactful. Don't mind me. Keep looking forward. Keep looking forward. Keep looking forward. Keep looking forward. Excellent. Yeah, how come you only have two? Exactly. I need more arms. Takes 2 arms and a shoulder at the absolute least to hold a sniper rifle. So I'm going to need 4 shoulders and 8 arms. Hey, Raps. Glad to catch the stream. Glad to have you catch the stream, Cedric. Welcome to the stream. Good to see you. How have you been? Okay. Rest of the quests in town are effectively just going to be me trying to find people who have names above their heads. None of these doors are currently openable. Maybe I should have a look at the minimap to see how many openable doors we even have here. Exit, exit. That's openable. So 1, 2. Zhang's Emporium, apparently. Yacht Club vendor. Okay, these buildings up here. Let's turn left, and then run up. I'm gonna kind of try and sweep up and down in this way. You must become the Marchamp you want to be. Is that is that a member in Rito's party at the moment? I can't believe the game doesn't have an office perk. You're right.
If Velma's capable of running the warehouse, she can certainly pick up her own caffeinoid.
Don't be so hard on her. With Brax missing, she's working doubles and needs a little edge.
Very well, dearie. But you stop by anytime you like. Hmm?
Thanks, I'll keep that in mind.
All right, you know what you want, Abigail. I respect that.
Hello, dearie. Why, I don't believe I've seen you before. And with sweet cheeks like those, I'd remember. What can Auntie Abigail do for you?
My cheeks? Who's Velma? I don't... Why would I ask that question? I know nothing about a Velma. Who's Velma?
She works over at the fishery next door. Quite the hard worker, but she's got a bit of a temper.
A temper?
Why, just the other day, I heard her shouting from here. I can't imagine what set her off. Oh, but here I go again, running my mouth when it's none of my business. Was there something else you needed?
Velma was mentioned in the conversation you just have heard. I don't think I remember the start of that conversation. I think I might have been focusing on something else at the time. You in charge of handing out medicine?
Yes, indeed. Someone's got to keep Stellar Bay's people healthy and energized.
You certainly seem excited about your job.
Oh, but I am. I get to see plenty of my neighbors here, and I do dearly love a little gossip.
Oh, dish. Alright. I think next time I talk to her, I'll be wearing all of my dialogue increasing stats. We definitely have to be jumping around the roofs in here, right? There has to be something we can loot from the jumping around the roofs. Do that in a moment. I mean, I could pickpocket her. No one else is in here. I'd close the door, pickpocket her. One of these times we'll find something like a quest item. Hey, dispensary supply room key. Perfect. Oh, I didn't even notice there was a door here yet. Taking all of those. Nothing on either side. Yeah, fine. This is, Oh God. Is she gonna try and offer me that as a reward for a quest? Leave poor sweet Abigail alone? No one ever seems to miss the stuff that I steal for some reason, so it's fine, it's fine. Employee login. Please enter your assigned details. Yeah, I'm just gonna hack it. E. Williams. Don't think I've met this character yet. Patient records. Name of the patient, Ryan. Oh, enter the name of the patient. Oh, yeah, that makes sense. Sorry, I thought it was select the name of the patient. I was like, I have only given one person in my in this area my name here. All right, let's view Williams' files, notes on reacticism. Sorry, reacticism and pep you up. I had synthesized that this combination might awaken my mind and senses to the greater realities around us. If that is true, Then it seems my faculties were quite overwhelmed in this instance. Shortly after the dosage, I experienced cold sweats, tremors, and mild paranoia. It is perhaps due to these latter effects that most of my notes from this episode are of little use. Nevertheless, the effects are most invigorating. I will have to attempt a milder dosage once heart palpitations subside. Bushberry extract and debilirol. After my previous experiments, I theorized the deadening of the external senses might allow the mind's eye to glimpse the eternal. Alas, I was only partially successful. The combination of substances quickly rendered me both blind and feeble, so much so that I soon fell into a stupor. I awoke several hours later in a pile of my own sick and a most curious craving for Tilleritos. Okay. And empty on costrolurine and triple dosage. Return to root. Alright. Personal files for, I imagine, Abigail. Working project. Whoa! Abigail writes novels, apparently. Stella Bride. She's a wide-eyed colonist from Earth. He's a hard-working Saltuna farmer from Monarch. Their attraction blossoms into a whirlwind romance that transforms Stella Bay. Chapter 3. A long way from Arkansas. America, explain. You can put your things here, Mr. Elliot said, leading Abby into the dim apartment. The place was small, but it had a certain cozy charm. Abby set her bags on the floor and loosened the straps of her jumpsuit. Mr. Elliot coughed. His face suddenly turned red. If you get warm, you can always crack the window. Breeze from the bay is real nice. Just be careful about the mantis worms. As Abby went to take the room key, her fingers brushed his. He had strong, rough hands. A Saltuna farmer's hands. She felt herself blush. You've been ever so kind to me, Mr. Elliot. Call me Archibald, he said. Okay, as long as it's not a continuation of the same story, because, we were getting to a point where I can't continue it. Not half bad southern accent. That one needs a little work. That was me trying not to do a southern accent and then just accidentally falling into it. The Passion Broker, a renegade iconoclast, driven by his ideals, finds love in the arm of a mysterious man with tortured past. Will he follow his lead or his heart? Chapter 2, Tall, Lark, and Handsome. Come on up, said the voice on the comm. It was dangerous and smooth. Come on up. It was dangerous and smooth in the way that reminded Broderick of iceberg-aged whiskey. The door slid open, and a whisper of perfumed air came out. The hair rose along the nape of his neck as he proceeded up the stairs. The broker sat with his back to the top of the line, mostly charcoal personal heater, slender fingers tented. So this was the mysterious recluse who manipulated Monarch from afar. Broderick could feel the warmth of the heater across the room, but it was the look in the broker's eyes that had him feeling feverish. The broker produced a pair of glasses and a bottle of something that looked expensive. He poured it off and held one of the glasses out to Broderick. For me? He asked, trying to ignore the man's smoldering gaze. Indeed, the broker purred. I hear you're a man of bold tastes. Broderick took his glass. The broker continued, dark hair falling over his darker eyes. That's why I've got a rare proposition for you. The glass nearly slipped from Broderick's fingers. He drank it in one gulp to hide the tremor in his hand. It burned all the way down. And from America, I can prefer it's pronounced as Arkansas. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's Arkansas. I'm certain, right? Because there'd be no reason for it in Kansas to be pronounced significantly differently. That'd be insane. Clinic of the Heart. A battle-hardened young Earth Directorate soldier visits a remote clinic on Monarch to heal his injuries, but when he meets Gale. So there's Abby and Gale being main characters in here. Like, it's very clearly as author's self-insert into a romance novel. But when he meets Gale, an elegant older nurse, he goes to work on his heart as well. Chapter 34, Healing Touch. Fletcher held her tightly. His strength had returned, that much was clear. Yet here he remained, at the clinic, with her. He shook his head as he'd read her mind with his perfect green eyes. Gale, the Earth Director is calling me back. They want me to they want me protecting Byzantium. But I don't know how to leave. Not after what we found together. Then stay, she whispered, letting her breath warm his ear. I can certainly find a position for you here. Oh, laws, he moaned, pulling her closer. She pressed a finger to his lips. Shh, the only law here is love. This, I don't want to read Work in Progress 4. The direction is making me a little uncomfortable. Account setup requires persistent connection to the central communications tower, connection offline. Damn these always online DRM. Damn them to heck. Catch around, sleep well, Hyperdoni. Much appreciated for tuning in. Maybe I get to talk to Abigail about her writings? Abby?
Come to share a secret with Abigail?
Not at all. Sorry. Alright. So we'll continue the path. Hang on. I'm not going to be able to get over there. Continue the path we were previously taking to try and take the longest route through here. Getting everything on the way. Hello.
Ooh, you're the new face. Wow, you must be up on all the latest tossball games.
My
So who
companions
do you
are.
follow? Wait, don't tell me. You look like a Hammersmith Thunder fan. No, Glacial H Mammoths.
I play for Auntie Cleo's Darlings. Don't you recognize me? Damn it! I have high lie. Why can't I do that? They're all pretty great. Yeah, I'm not gonna reload a conversation in order to do this. So, I'm not here to chat about teams.
That's a shame. Tossball's just about the only good news we get around here. When our frequency's not too clogged up anyway.
You get to listen to games all day? Stellar Bay really is a paradise.
It's pretty swell, but it's a whole lot better with company. Say, I don't think I've seen you before, and I'd remember that face.
I'll try not to be a stranger then. Name's Felix, by the way.
Listen quietly.
You should stop by more often. The games are always better when you've got someone to celebrate with.
Sounds like a good time. I wouldn't mind bringing a couple drinks and settling in for the pennant match.
Look at me, getting carried away again. So, what can I do for you?
My goal is just to go around the universe and find partners for each of my companions. I found this bedding sleep in a dead man's apartment. Any idea what might have happened to him? You said you were having trouble receiving the Tossball game transmissions. Let's go for that one first.
Graham's always filling the airwaves with his propaganda, like it's done him any good. All it means is the Tossball games get to us in fragments. Makes them real hard to watch.
I found this bedding slip in a dead man's apartment. Any idea what might have happened to him?
Poor Isaac. I was wondering why I hadn't seen him in a few days. I'd really like to help. Isaac was a sweet fellow, even if he did have terrible teeth.
Cut to the chase. Do you know who did it or not? What did his teeth have to do with anything? I'm listening. I'm listening.
Right. So the thing with Isaac is he didn't know where to stop. He'd get stuck on something, and he just couldn't let it go. Sometimes he'd drink Purpleberry Punch by the liter. Other times he'd keep betting on a losing team. Started owing the wrong people money.
So who did he owe? Focus, please? No, this is focusing. So who did he owe?
I don't know for sure, but I saw Elijah and his buddies pushing Isaac around. They're hooligans from Fallbrook. They sweep into town, drop supplies off behind the warehouse, and spend the rest of their stay getting rowdy over tossball games. They usually loiter in the alley behind the yacht club. They're not allowed in the bar anymore. I bet you anything Isaac ran into trouble with one of them.
Thanks for the tip.
Mr. Sanjar will be pleased to hear about it when you're done. I know he gets fed up with the Fallbrook bullies, but there's not much he can do.
Alright, so if this is the bar... Right? Left field. Okay, no, this isn't the bar that they are talking about in that instance, but it is a bar. Comms building. I'm assuming of some kind. That's probably a plasma explosive. Steal and knock you out bar. No, no, no. Oh. Energy cells. You're hiding very low value things around now, game. Never mind. Even though magbigs don't really matter at all to me anymore, I'm still extremely happy to collect them. Okay, I think I've already cleared this side of the map. Maybe not the... hang on. We can go up. Here's what I've been looking for. The ability to get behind everything. Okay. Yeah, like this can't be accessed from anywhere else, so... Plasma carbine, cartridge. Really? That's what I'm gonna get in reward for this? Dang it. Dang it, game. My own weapons are already significantly better than that. Maybe it's, I guess, because I've been full completing all of the previous areas, so... I've ended up with better equipment, and I've ended up here later than typically would in the game. That makes sense to me. Because I guess I could have come here early, in which case I probably could have picked that up. But I need the nav key, but 10,000 bits isn't that hard to get. To prioritize.
Velma seem out of sorts to you?
She's always cranky.
No, I mean more than usual.
Wouldn't know. I made it a point to stay out of her way.
So, Abigail has overheard Velma yelling nearby recently, and I believe nearby to Abigail's is the hotel in which that person died, Isaac. These people are saying Velma seems off. I suspect Velma. Frederick holstered, fine. This is Monarch Stella, got it. Trying to get a lay of the land in here. What's up, workers? Buy now from Monarch Stella. We use here apparently aramid ballistics. Fine. Still don't really want any of that equipment. Let me just sell junk. Yeah, this whole area seems like it's not really gonna have that much loot. Maybe some special rooms like this. Ooh, optional Velma's container key, but I don't have that.
Keep my head down.
Hang on. If this is Velma's room, I should probably close it off and start investigating. Definitely take the vermin. Okay. Personnel files. Mash random keys. New. Messages. To Braxton. Braxton, the fish in tank 23A are looking a little lumpy. If we're not gonna make it in, that's fine. Just tell me, so I can stay on top of those doses. Mr. Natty, we really need to talk about this salt tuna situation. I had to let 4 batches rot in the warehouse over the past 2 months because we're not finding buyers. I know the situation the board puts us in a pretty tough spot, but we need to start thinking about how we're gonna keep Stella Bay afloat if we can't get sales up. Brax, seriously, where you at? You missed 3 shifts. This is getting ridiculous, even for you. I'm gonna save before I mash some random keys in here. Password incorrect. Try it again. If I try this enough times, it might take a couple billion tries, but if I try this enough times, I might get it in. Alright, it's not worked so far. I'm not gonna waste the rest of my time trying. I don't really need the container key, so let's just pop this open.
Wow, how'd you do that?
Signed tossball poster. Oh, okay, so this is Velma's. She took it. Grim tomorrow. Check with Celia. I don't really do that. Deliver the tossball poster to Grim. We'll do that in a bit, though. I should probably still speak to Celia. Because I imagine there'll be a quest dialogue like, oh, yeah, no, I've already seen it. Or something similar. This music box doesn't actually have its cost associated with it. which makes me believe that I should probably take it. Although I have seen music boxes earlier, so I don't really know if that's going to be unique. There's some mag picks in there. Again, can't really take them. This fish saw could use a good cleaning. A pescatological incision implement. Well, I mean, it can't have been used to kill Isaac. We actually don't know how Isaac died yet. Strange thing.
Hey, Velma, I got your caffeinoid pills.
You're a lifesaver. Hope Abigail didn't give you a hard time.
Just the usual. Any word on Braxton?
Nothing. Don't know how much longer I can cover for him either. Give me those pills, will you?
Here you go. You know, you might consider a real night's sleep instead.
Who needs that?
Look, you can tell Catherine the new shipment will be ready when it's ready, all right? She's welcome to come up here and pack boxes herself if she's in such a hurry.
Oh, take it easy. I'm just looking around. What are you talking about? Catherine? Or Catherine said she'd shove you in a box if you keep running your yappy like that. All right.
Did she now? Well, I can see I was mistaken. Because if Catherine really had sent you, there'd be a lot more expletives in your message.
All right.
I hope you can forgive my temper. This job has been running me ragged lately. First, my autoloader foreman stages a walkout, and now my chief pescatological health manager is missing.
Chief pescatological health manager. Well, I mean, that could be Isaac. Your chief what? What's this about the foreman? Your chief what?
Braxton. He's in charge of getting the fish fat, but also making sure they don't get too many tumors. He's a real wizard with pharmaceuticals, but he has creative notions of working hours. Comes with living in a free colony, I guess.
Mm-hmm. He'll come back eventually. You can't constrain a person's freedoms. Don't you have some rules about this sort of thing? If you say so, so find him back and drag him back by his ears. I kinda want to say the first one, TBH.
I can't keep working double shifts either. Since you don't seem to be constrained yourself, maybe you could check up on him. He lives in the apartments. Tell him Velma said to get his lazy ass down here, or she might start noticing those extra jugs he's been taking from supply. Something else on your mind?
It's not Braxton that had died, I don't think. What's this about your foreman?
Caleb Herrick runs the autoloader operators. He thinks I don't pay them enough for flipping switches and turning dials. He and his whole crew walked out. Say they won't come back unless I pay them more.
Good. I can talk to Caleb for you. Why don't you just pay them more? Surely you can make them come back. Let's talk about this. Why don't you just pay them more?
Because we've got a budget, all right? And in case you haven't noticed, MSI doesn't exactly have a lot of spare bits on hand.
Surely you can make them? No. I can talk to Caleb.
You mind slapping him around a little while you're at it?
No.
I'm joking. Mostly. Unless you can do it without hurting his job performance. If you can find a way to get him back to work, I'll make it worth your while. Check the yacht club. He's usually there.
Let's talk about Caleb. No, let's go with Braxton first. You said Braxton was stealing drugs?
Stealing's such a nasty word. Let's call it skimming. And yeah, let's just say I've noticed the sterile biotics we use for the fish would get used a little faster on Braxton's shifts.
Awfully nice of you to not say anything.
We're not like those corporate towns where you get fined for sleeping on the wrong side of the bed. Besides, the Spacer's Choice stuff we use is cheap enough. And Braxton knows how to get this Altoona, fat and mostly tumor-free.
All right, who's this Catherine you mentioned when I first came in here?
Sublight boss out of Fallbrook. Handles most goods that come in or out of Stellar Bay. Has a mouth like a Ground 6 Spacer.
Let's talk about Caleb.
Unless you're here to tell me he's agreed to do his job again, I've got nothing to say.
Why can't you give him his pay increase? They're hard workers, aren't they? Don't they deserve some compensation for that? I mean, let's go for the second.
Hard workers? They turn dials and flip switches. The machines do all the actual work.
Ah,
Caleb
yes.
And his crew
So
had
you
it
don't
better
need
than
them.
anyone else around here, I'll tell you that much.
Why can't you give him the pay increase?
I don't have the bits for it, plain and simple. Besides, if I make an exception for him, I gotta do the same for everyone.
She's principled, in at least this area. I will begrudgingly give her that.
Thank you. I think. If Caleb wants to keep this job, he'd better get back to it. I'm about ready to hire sublight contractors at this rate.
Persuade 100. If you hire sublight, you'll just give them more control over your business. I might be able to actually achieve that later. So I can hit 78 persuade really easily. I'm probably not too far from a level up, so I could hit 88. I'm currently wearing dialogue skills plus 10. I can also put on plus 7. Plus 10 plus 7 is how I get to the 78. I can get to 93. I think 93 is my limit right now. Oh, ooh, no. What if I have a companion that has increased persuade? I might have a companion that has increased persuade. Does Max help with that? Persuasion? I don't think so. Max is one for that. Oh, I might have not. We doing some rap math? Yep. Yeah, I might have not leveled up Max's skill for that though. Damn. Are you willing to meet Caleb halfway?
For running me ragged while he takes an extended leave at the bar? Not on your life.
Aren't there consumables that may increase persuade? The only consumable that increases persuade that I think I know of is just beer. It's just alcohol. I don't think multiple different types of alcohol stack in that way. Let's talk about something else. Fine by me, and then I'll leave you, and then I'll save, and then I'll start the conversation again, and then, yeah, okay, I still have the ability to go for that. So that means that effectively what I need to do right now is try and find a way to get 100 persuade, because I have to imagine that's got like a ridiculous reward. It has to. It simply has to. Regardless of what reward it ends up happening, in fact, I'll still be happy about it. Just to have done it, frankly. Broken tossball stick. This ruined tossball stick is covered in blood and has a decayed purple tooth embedded in it. Elijah is written along the shaft. That's going to be relevant for a quest. A quest that I've probably not got. Ooh. Stellar Bay Ruins, south. And sublight contractor, a crumpled note found on a corpse in Stellar Bay. Most of the text on the note is obscured by blood, but you can make out the words Lilia and passcode antediluvian. Sorry, antediluvian. Meet with Catherine. I don't even know Catherine yet. I'm accidentally completing so many missions I have no involvement or stake in yet. Efficient, I'll say that. Crime scene man had something off with his teeth. Did he? Did he now? I can check that in a sec. Oh, I've actually already checked the entirety of this facility. Beautiful. I think the other guy has already left.
Sounds like rap in here. Oh, it does work.
Entrance to the same building. Okay.
Could I get another advance, Mr. Nandi?
Just make sure it's properly logged.
I'll note it next to the others, sir.
So this is where most of our quests are actually going to be located. So I want to go to everything else first. Stand outside the house, fine. There's the yacht club. There's going to be a lot of interaction in there. I kind of do want to talk to Celia and Catherine before I give Grim back the poster.
I wonder sometimes what they're doing on other colonies.